Roll Power RPG Hotline, now you're rolling with power. Brian speaking, how may I help you in your adventures today?
Yes, well, you see, spiders.
I'm sorry, did you say fighters or spiders?
Spiders. 8 legs, fangs, webs. Inordinately frightening.
Alright, fears and griefs of the arachnid persuasion. Not actually insects, you know?
What?
Because of the amount of legs, you see.
Yeah, we know that. What we don't know is what we actually have here.
I'm sorry?
Well, the thing is, we don't actually know what we've just defeated, and there's no small amount of debate amongst the party.
Defeated arachnid antagonist identification and classification. Let me just check your account. Excellent. You have the Electrum package, which includes that service at no extra charge.
I knew that would pay off, the cheapskates. Anything above copper package is a rip-off indeed.
Indeed, sir. Now, tell me more if you don't mind.
Well, we've defeated some sort of spider creature, and as I've said, we're not sure...
Is it an ettercap? Listen, I told you it's not an ettercap. But just to shut your annoying pie hole...
There's no chance it's an ettercap, is there?
Is this a sort of humanoid spider hybrid?
No. Definitely 100% spider in shape and form.
Not an ettercap, then? Or as some say it, an ettercop? Well, there's some dispute as to what they are. Most scholars agree an ettercap is...
This is not an ettercap. Now, will you shut up about it? What about a phase spider? Those are really cool. I'm not asking him that. Did it phase at all while we were fighting? Well, did it? Now go help Barrack with the ropes and harnesses to the horses.
Right, okay, next question. How big is the spider?
Oh, it's big, all right. We all agree it's a giant spider, but we can't agree on whether it's your garden variety giant spider or something else.
Can you give me an idea of how big?
Well, I mean, big. Really big. It's...
Oh, wait, sir... Did you say something about ropes and harnesses and horses a moment ago?
Yeah, they're rigging it all up right now.
And are these ropes and harnesses and horses for the spider corpse?
Well, yeah. We've had to unhitch our wagon and get the horses sort of harnessed to the spider. It's too big for the wagon, you see. How else are we going to get it back into town for the bragging rights? That's why we want to know exactly what it is for the plaque on the statue they'll erect for us. We're all betting we'll get a nice, big statue.
Sir, I don't think you're actually dealing with a spider.
What do you mean? It's obviously a spider.
Well, yes, I understand it has the aspect of a spider, but I think you're dealing with an ancient dark entity in arachnid form. It's rare, but it does happen.
Oh, excellent!
It's even better than we thought, you lot. He says it's not a spider, but an ancient dark entity in spider form. That statue just got bigger, I bet. Which ancient dark entity? You know, for the plaque.
Any idea of knowing which ancient dark entity in spider form we have in our hands, so to speak?
Sir, I am legally required to say at this point that it's the Roll Power RPG Hotline's best advice that you end this translocation communication spell and leave the vicinity of the spider corpse immediately. Although I rather doubt it's a corpse.
What? That's ridiculous. It's dead. You poor corporate sods and your lawyers, always so jumpy. Anyway, understood. Now, which entity is it? You know, for the plaque, you know?
Well, chances are high that it's either the primordial Ungoliant, that most ancient of spiders known as the Gloomweaver, her offspring Shelob, also known as her ladyship, or the goddess Lols, the Dark Mother, Mother of Lusts, the Lady of Chaos, Queen of the Demon-Wed Pit.
Fantastic. What a statue this will be. So how do we narrow it down?
Sir, I really...
Yeah, you're legally covered. You've told me. Please, continue.
Well, are you in a Tolkienian setting or a Dungeons & Dragons setting like the Forgotten Realms? Hopefully it's not homebrew.
What?
Let's try it this way. Are your little plump folks with hairy feet called hobbits or halflings?
Halflings. Annoying buggers, but good at sneaking.
Do you call giant underground fire demons with flaming whips Balos or Borogs?
Search me. Never heard of either.
Probably for the best. Okay, are your wizards regular folk who studied for a long time to learn how to cast spells? Or are they a small group of mysterious doombringers who show up and meddle during important events and who may not in fact be mortal beings at all?
Zertek, Are you a regular guy who studied to learn how to cast spells, or are you part of a small group of mysterious doombringers who show up and meddle during important events and who may not be mortal beings at all?
Studied. Well, partied a lot too, but went to wizard school and got my degree. Made Mom proud. This other guy's wrote a book about rings and dragons. We had it in a class.
The first kind.
Right, well, you're not in a Tolkienian setting then.
Which means...
Which means if you're not in a homebrew campaign, then it's Lolf most likely. She's an evil goddess. Real nasty one. You really should.
He says it's something called a lolf. No, I don't know how to spell it. Hey, what's wrong with that cleric?
Did you happen to fight any of the creatures or humanoids in this encounter?
Yeah, a bunch of weird-looking elves with a spider fetish. They seem more scared of that big beastie than us, but they try to protect it.
Listen, you really should end this translocation communication spell and run. Assuming you're on the prime material plane?
Not really sure where that is. If it helps, we just wrapped up the Caves of Chaos, said our goodbyes to the keep on the Borderlands, nice folks really, and set off for the Isle of Dread, because we hear it's the hip new spot with something called a wilderness adventure.
How in the world have you encountered Lolf? Does your DM even understand? You know what? It doesn't matter. You're on the prime material plane. If you had truly defeated Lolf, she would have disappeared because you banished her back to the abyss. Not that you'd actually be able to defeat her if I'm getting your level correctly.
What exactly are you saying here? No statue?
Forget the statue. She's toying with you because she's bored. You need to...
Oh, this service is rubbish. I called for advice, not for you to act like a hysterical grandmother. We're downgrading to the copper package right after we end this spell. Wait.
Wait? What?
Those evil red eyes just opened, and now there's is that a woman's face?
Oh no.
Any advice?
And frankly, if you don't happen to have a vial of Galadriel handy, hard-legged, mate.
Oh, okay, I see. Wait, was that a pun? Did you actually...
Does this mean we're not getting a statue?